The following program contains scenes with coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Check out this graph here. According to a recent Australian report, if a car is traveling 30 kilometers an hour and it hits a pedestrian, that person's chance of dying is 5%. And if you add just 20 kilometers an hour worth of speed, so the car is traveling 50 and it hits a pedestrian, the person who's hit has an 85% chance of death. Too bad they don't tell you that information in television shows and movies. In most of popular culture, fictitious characters drive at breakneck speeds without suffering any physical consequences. This program is the antithesis of that. On this show, we educate the nation's lousiest license holders. And at the end of our series, one of these 9 people will be named Canada's worst driver. Driving in reverse is something that gets so rarely tested on license exams these days. A lot of driving schools are no longer teaching proper reversing techniques. To make sure that Canada's worst drivers do know the correct way to drive backwards before the first challenge in this episode, which incidentally is a head-to-head reversing race, they're going to be getting a lesson from our head driving expert, Tim. Tim Danter. We'll be teaching Canada's worst drivers 2 at a time. And the first 2 drivers will be Jordan and Renee. Renee is terrified of any traffic that's behind her.
This guy is like on my ass. Oh,
Renee's cousin Jackie nominated her as Canada's worst driver.
She'll do 40 on the highway and put her hazards on.
If you're walking in Scarborough, beware of Jordan.
I hate pedestrians. I don't think they should have the right of way.
Jordan often goes against the right of way, and that
This isn't one way.
makes his mother Lorraine very worried.
You can't go there.
Well, what am I going to do now?
For the head-to-head reversing challenge, each driver will simultaneously start at opposite ends of this course. When they get to this middle section, they must turn around and reverse back to where they started. But first, their reversing lesson.
So, first thing you've got to remember is that when you're reversing in a straight line, you've got to look out the rear window. You're going to put your hand behind the passenger seat, which helps pull your body around to look out the window as well. Hand position is the left hand at 12 o'clock.
With the lesson done,
Good luck.
it's time for the race. Go! In the white car, Renee is off to a clumsy start.
We gotta move over then.
Jordan starts off fine until he begins looking forward.
Well, I just
So you just hammered it. He's still going.
Stop.
Joining Tim on our panel of experts is ex-cop Cam Woolley, our authority on all legal matters.
This guy's worse than I thought.
Next to Cam is Philippe Letourneau, our high-speed driving instructor. And Shamala Kiru is our resident therapist. Together, these experts watch every move the bad drivers make in rehab.
Whoa, 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 stop.
In the end, they'll help me decide who is Canada's worst driver.
You okay there, buddy?
yeah, I'm fine.
Jordan sped up when he hit something on the opening straightaway. That's not fine.
I panicked, and I guess my foot was on the gas, so the gas went. So it's naturally just pressed.
So your whole body just went tense, and then you took off?
Yeah.
Renee appears to be reversing fine, but she's still hitting things. What's worse than Renee's reversing is her proximity to the steering wheel.
Because if that airbag comes out of there now at 300 kilometers an hour, boom, it's going to hurt you so bad. I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about permanent disfigurement.
Yeah.
Polly versus Jillian will be the next reverse race. Polly hits a lot of things.
I hit a bridge.
Smell burnt hair.
Oh, my.
Polly's son-in-law, Jeff, explains how often Polly collides with something.
I'm going to say probably at least once a week.
From just outside St. John's, Newfoundland,
Oh, why is he up my hole like that?
Jillian is usually too afraid to drive.
I got in 2 accidents in the same day, and my driving's just never been the same since.
Her fiancé, Mitchell, is trying to expose her to new driving situations.
Parallel park right there.
But it isn't going well.
Why do you gotta be such a
When their reversing lesson is over,
You do not need a lot of steering when backing straight. It's little adjustments. All right? Little adjustments.
it's time to
Go! You have to put it in gear.
I gotta put it in reverse.
Happens every time. Nobody goes.
When Jillian finally goes,
Keep an eye on that side.
she goes straight into a lane marker.
Get lots of room on my side.
But how am I getting over there is the question. He said little turns.
Yeah.
When Polly finally goes,
Don't look at me. You have to learn how to do this. I can't tell you. No.
she's not looking out her rear window or steering the way she was taught.
Why you got the wheel turned?
Okay,
Hand
okay.
at the top. 12 o'clock. No.
Okay.
There you go.
Every night at home, Jillian drives forwards into her driveway, then makes Mitch turn her car around so she can drive forwards out.
I think you're doing a little bit too much adjustment.
Okay,
Jimmy.
yeah, but just off.
Mitch, get out of the car.
Oh,
You told him to F off. I'm going to let him.
okay.
I want to see you. Practice.
Whenever Mitch suggests that Jillian try reversing, she refuses to.
Do it again for me.
When I tell her to reverse, she does it easily.
Do it faster.
Jillian needs to start trying more at home.
When Mitchell was taken out of the car, I started to panic, and then I said, well, I just learned this. Like, you gotta suck it up. You gotta put your big girl panties on and just do it. So I did 5 times.
Polly is stopped, but still steering a lot.
Keep moving your hand.
No.
Polly is a compulsive steerer.
You're all over with the wheel, hey?
Yeah, all over. Non-stop.
When we come back,
Just go, man.
the rest of Canada's worst drivers run our reverse challenge.
Are you too cocky?
I don't think so. Hey, come back, man.
Canada's worst drivers have been destroying our head-to-head reverse race course, even though they have been receiving reversing lessons.
When reversing, all right, you don't legally have to have your seatbelt on.
The next head-to-head race will be Alex versus Cameron. Cameron is a radio broadcaster, and his distracted driving has cost him a ton of money.
I've maybe caused $45,000 worth of damage to my vehicles.
You checking Facebook?
Cameron's friend and colleague, Christopher J., worries that Facebook may kill Cameron.
It's the guy's birthday.
It's a birthday.
In Markham, Ontario.
Look at that. Look at that, man. Still.
Alex drives like an idiot on purpose.
Just hold on.
No, you can't go.
Alex's friend, Alicia, nominated him as Canada's worst driver.
Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Are you out of your
Just
mind?
hold on.
Alex definitely knows how to not drive idiotically because when his grandmother is in the car with him, he's an angel.
Oh, so far, so good, right?
Yeah.
Go! On the challenge course, Cameron is reversing perfectly. But Alex? Not so much. Alex gets to the finish line first. But he's not a winner because he hit stuff.
As a driver, are you too cocky?
I don't think so. I
You're
think...
still not ready to admit that.
Hey, come back, man.
Cameron's mother is a school bus driver with a clean record. She must be so embarrassed. Cameron will never drive at his mother's skill level.
So raise your hand and repeat after me. I promise.
I promise.
I will never drive.
I will never drive
a school bus with children in it.
a school bus with children in it.
The final race will be between Tina and Shmuel and Shalom. Allow me to explain. Shalom nominated Shmuel as Canada's worst driver months ago. But as we were shooting Shmuel's audition video, Shmuel said this.
You're not that good either. I'm not saying I'm the best.
Next thing you know, Shmuel nominated Shalom as Canada's worst driver. And with good reason.
I may be a bad driver. You're a horrible driver.
Worst driver, but I'm definitely better than my brother
Bring it,
Shmuel.
Shalom. Bring it.
In Niagara Falls, Tina was nominated as Canada's worst driver by her entire family. Because
I am a crazy-ass road rage bitch.
Tina may show her middle finger snake tattoo a lot when she's in her truck.
Idiot!
But when she's on her motorcycle, Tina is a courteous, safe driver. Go!
Go, T. You unbrake.
I am. I have to unbrake it.
Go put your foot on the brake.
Oh.
Tina is almost in the turnaround section when Shalom is finally good to go. Shalom got his driver's license less than 6 months ago.
You weird. What the
Prepping to get his license, the instructor taught him reversing 0 times.
Why do they put stuff over there?
Why does Shalom hit the same stuff twice?
No, this is not hitting me again. Okay.
Shmuel got his driver's license just a few months ago as well.
You gotta win.
Just go. Just go, man.
But he seems better than Shalom. He's not as good as Tina, though.
Dynamite.
Tina's perfect pass happened because
I listened to the purple shirt dude.
To a T. Followed my instructions to a T.
in the white car, though,
What the?
Shalom and Shmuel both fail this basic challenge.
Woo! Give me some love, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. 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 What are you talking about?
We did the challenge.
I know. How many things did you hit?
We hit a couple of things.
You, and how many things you hit?
I hit that one thing there.
What do you mean one thing? You hit 1, 2, 3 at the end.
Did I?
When we come back, it's our annual Ride the Rails Challenge.
Me.
In order to avoid hitting curbs and potholes and general refuse that may be lying in the street, it's really important to know where your wheels are. Do Canada's worst drivers have any idea where their tires come in contact with the road? Whoa, that's a long way down. Well, we're about to find out if they do in an annual challenge we call Riding the Rails.
In this year's Riding the Rails challenge, drivers will take this Jeep down this road and position it so that its right wheels will wind up on this rail. Then, the left wheels will wind up on this rail. And that's it. I'll show you how it's done. In Canada's worst weather. Oh, God, get me in here. Ugh. There's a few ways to do this. What I do is line up my left wheels with the distant left rail, knowing that if it's on line, the right one should also be on line. And it is. With the left side ramp now under my tires,
Ooh, I feel like I'm going too far to my right.
the right rail will end.
Wahaha. Yeek, it's a weird mind game. That's kind of oddly treacherous.
When the left rail ends, this challenge is over.
Thank God I'm off the course. I know where my wheels are.
This challenge took me 44 seconds.
Let's see how Canada's worst drivers do.
Cameron has no idea where his wheels are.
Is that going to be on?
Huh? No, you're not even close.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so that's where you're at.
I'm a foot off.
Unless they get completely hung up on the rails, drivers can make 5 attempts at this challenge. On his second attempt,
I think I got it.
Cameron misses to the left again.
I'm not even close.
On his third attempt,
There we go.
Cameron makes it onto the rail. Will he make it to the end? No. He veers left again.
I'm off on the right.
You're off to the right?
I think I'm off to the right.
Your front wheel is missing the rail on that side.
I think so.
Cameron always drives further to his left than he realizes.
Which means you're closer to the oncoming traffic.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Tina drives confidently to the second rail.
Keep it straight, Tina.
But just because things are going well,
I did it.
doesn't mean this challenge is over.
Oh, I didn't do it. Son of a...
Tina is still overconfident.
I'm good with my wheels. Seriously, I really am.
Seriously? Look, you're good with your wheels?
Alex starts off just like Tina.
You gotta know where your wheels are.
Okay.
You gotta know where your wheels are.
Unlike Tina, Alex admits the truth.
No, I don't know where my wheels are.
Jillian is terrified of driving in public, but
I don't think it's gonna be that hard.
Okay.
here on our closed course,
Okay, that's your first one. This your second one.
Jillian exhibits none of the fear that prevents her from driving at home.
Easy, 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 easy.
Best kind.
Oh, yeah,
Best
baby.
kind.
So far in rehab, Jillian has been the best kind of driver.
But see, I wasn't on a road.
Jordan doesn't seem to care.
The goal is to pass, yes, but I'm not going to be upset if I don't, sort of thing.
Okay. Later, will you be upset if you don't pass the challenge?
I don't think so.
People who don't care rarely get better.
True to his word, Jordan repeatedly falls off the ramp, and he doesn't seem to care.
Oh, God.
Jordan needs to realize bad driving is no joke.
I think I did pretty great, actually.
Renee doesn't know where her wheels are.
Do you run into curbs?
I do, yeah.
You do.
Renee gets onto the first ramp,
Am I doing it? Yeah.
but she's going faster than she can handle.
Ooh, nope.
Renee thinks she drifted left.
Oh.
Okay, you drifted to the right.
Shalom misses the ramp, but doesn't realize it.
You almost on the ramp? You on the ramp soon?
Oh, I missed.
You missed it completely.
Yeah, I missed. Okay.
His next two attempts are also quick failures.
I don't know how he got his license. Well, I do know how. He went through the Calgary, Alberta authorities, and they gave him one.
Shalom probably shouldn't have a license.
I missed it again.
Every time Shalom missed, it was to his left, which is the oncoming traffic side. And that's a problem.
The problem with the other side is you're listening towards killing a bicyclist. Both are bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lean towards traffic.
You lean towards the oncoming traffic.
Shmuel's second attempt takes him to the second rail. Shmuel is able to drive out, though. However, on attempt number 3, Shmuel fails completely.
Me.
The Hoffman brothers don't know where their wheels are.
Shmuel, you f***ed it up.
Yeah.
Polly drives as straight as an arrow for the first half of the course, then starts steering pointlessly.
Why are you turning the wheel now?
I don't know. Frank,
Okay.
we're off.
Polly consistently oversteers.
When you're moving, you steer this way, then you steer that way.
That's what I do, don't I?
I know, and I don't understand why.
When we come back,
Red, green.
Canada's worst drivers do a shoulder check challenge.
Ring. Going to see it.
Before changing lanes, it's important to make sure that no one is passing you. And to do that, you should look in your side mirror. However, please understand that when you look in your side mirror, you're not getting a full reflection of everything that's going on back there. The part of the world you can't see in your mirror is referred to as your blind spot. And to look into your blind spot, you have to look over your shoulder. Where did all you people come from? Now, that sounds easy to do, but if you do it incorrectly, you can swerve the whole vehicle, which is why right now, Philippe Letourneau is giving Canada's worst drivers a shoulder checking lesson.
Do a shoulder check to the left. All right, do a shoulder check to the right. Where's your shoulder now? Is it connected to the seat?
No.
You always want to make sure that your blades are staying connected to the seat.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Now, if you go to the left and you turn your body like this, what do you think is going to happen with steering input?
It's gonna go with me.
If you move your shoulder like this, guess what's going to happen with your hands?
I'm going to go right over there.
When everyone understands the proper way to do a shoulder check,
very good. Go to the right.
It's time for the challenge, which will be done in our brand new Dodge Charger. It used to have a bumper, you know. For the shoulder check challenge, drivers will come down this laneway at 75k an hour. When they pass these pillars, they'll have to look over their shoulder at one, then the other, to see what color is there. If the side they look at has a green square, that lane can be turned into. How cover. Red means don't go.
This year, we're actually going to put green signs on both sides because one thing we've noticed in the past is people look and they go, that one's green, that one's red, and they just say that one's red without even looking over there. So this year, green, green, and we're going to make them call it out. Holy pickup, this thing goes 60, that's 75, that's 80, I got to slow down, that's 75 right there. That one's green, that one's also green. So I can go either way, dealer's choice, I'll take this way, and I stop. Woo, Nelly.
I did it.
Can Canada's worst drivers do it? We're about to find out.
When Polly is on the highway, she drives a lot faster than 75.
This is no dilly-dally. This is emergency situation.
Okay.
You're driving down the Queensway. All of a sudden, there's an accident in front of you. Which way do you got to go? That's the realistic of it.
That's so true. Going.
You got it. Holy.
Polly, can she do it?
Polly isn't someone who normally does a shoulder check before changing lanes.
You know what you did? What'd you do?
I turned the
Put it in
wheel.
park.
Polly shoulder checked the way she was warned not to.
Short experiences, big lessons.
Big valuable lessons, right?
Renee is shocked to learn that she'll have to go
75? Oh,
That's the fastest we've ever done this.
To let Renee feel rapid acceleration, I get into the driver's seat.
So we go down here at 75.
oh my God!
Oh my God, okay. You come down here and you look over both shoulders and then you go through here. Wah ha ha, but you're gonna do that at 75, okay? And it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun. Okay? This is your freedom that awaits, right? You're strong enough to do this. You ready to try it? Do you want me in the car?
Yeah.
With Jackie out of the car, I get Renee to drive away from the challenge course. Our goal? Driving faster than she ever has in her life.
Floor it, right to the ground, right to the ground.
Oh my God.
And there's over 100. Slow down. That's lovely. Slow down. And that's over 100, so that's faster than you've ever gone before.
This is exactly what Renee needs.
Our 100K an hour drive worked. Going 75 now, Renee's not freaked out at all. However, she does call out red without seeing it.
That's perfect speed.
Green, red.
Does that fail?
Renee failed. But she is conquering her fear of speed.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of me too.
Alex doesn't normally check his blind spot before changing lanes.
He doesn't even signal.
Come on.
Well, I'm used to using my instinct, but...
No, that's how motorcyclists die, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On the challenge course, Alex brings the car up to 75K an hour almost instantly.
Oh my God.
Yellow, green.
Alex said the first sign was yellow? Yellow's half of green, so I'm calling this one a pass.
You did it!
Yeah, but I said yellow.
Tina always shoulder checks before changing lanes.
Have you ever been almost forced off the road by some idiot while you were on your motorcycle who changed lanes without blinkering or looking in his mirror or checking his blind spot?
Yes, I have.
Did you know that our friend Alex might be that idiot?
When I go back there, I'm going to kick him in the ass.
Tina should be able to get this.
Floor it.
Shoulder check, people, please. Lives are at stake when you change lanes. For Tina, we've made the left lane red.
There's no way I can do it. Come on, you got it. Red, green. I did it. Oh, I smoked the tire. Oh.
Next, Tina's going to smoke Alex.
Alex, the guy that changes lanes and don't look for motorcycles. That guy is going to be mine.
When we come back,
Red, green.
the rest of Canada's worst drivers do the shoulder check challenge. Earlier today, Canada's worst drivers learned how to do a proper shoulder check.
That's it. Never move your upper body.
Now,
Green, red.
they're being tested on that skill at 75 kilometers an hour.
Green.
And Jillian is up next.
I don't want to do 75. It's really fast.
Go. Walk on her.
I'm trying.
Jillian hits 75k an hour and maintains it perfectly. Will she see both green signs?
Green. Green.
Take side. Oh, nice.
Jillian has passed every challenge this episode.
There's no way in hell that I would have been able to do that if Philippe didn't give me that training today.
Shmuel has failed every challenge thus far.
It's not that I failed, I just haven't succeeded yet.
There's no such thing as I haven't failed, I just haven't succeeded yet. That is, I failed. You're a big failure. Admit it. Go whenever you're ready.
Too harsh?
Sandals are dangerous in cars. And so is Shmuel.
Green to the right, left, and red to the right.
Shmuel continues his string of failures.
Are you going to pass this challenge?
Yes.
Shalom has a terrible plan for this 75k an hour challenge.
Before entering, I'm going to bring it up to maybe 90 so I can cruise, make sure I'm hitting 75.
That is a completely nutty choice in a series where we're talking about speed all the time as something that is dangerous and bad, that you would choose to go 90 on a 75k course. But whatever you're into, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Shalom goes almost 100 kilometers an hour.
Right.
And as he comes through the gate, instead of cruising, he pumps the gas. Shalom says his plan didn't work because
There was a delay between the decisions in my brain.
There's a delay.
Like
Here?
the frontal lobe, like my the brain part that follows the eyes.
Yeah.
Frontal, it's all frontal that controls. You use all parts of the brain.
Okay.
I know that. But I'm saying like the neurotransmitter that like the neurons to control decision making didn't get traveled to my arms.
Gotcha.
Cameron is next.
Cameron, he reads the news for a living. Maybe if he does a bad shoulder check, he'll chase you off the road, and you will be the news. I hope not. Can he do a shoulder check?
Green, red, oh.
Watch that again. When it came time to change lanes,
Green, red.
Cameron was doing a solid 90k an hour. Spooked, he began tapping the brakes while turning. And that caused him to lose total control. Cameron knocked the car's lights out.
Well, it's only one light.
Jordan has a habit of not caring.
Not the best habit to have. Here he comes. Jordan, will he go 75? Will he do a proper shoulder check?
Instead of going 75, Jordan is going 90. And he's still going.
Never got on the brake pedal.
Actually, he did. When Jordan lost control, his fumbling foot hit the brake and the gas.
Holy.
Yeah. Jordan needs to admit that his carelessness is dangerous.
And he is admitting it. But now I just want him to really take it seriously and get better.
When we come back,
do you want to graduate this episode?
Our experts vote on this season's first graduate.
Tina.
Alex.
Canada's worst drivers have shown us whether or not they know where their wheels are. They've demonstrated their reversing abilities and
Green. Green.
we've learned how well they can check their blind spot.
Oh, I smoked the tire. Oh.
Now, it's time for our experts to choose this season's first graduate. And it might be Jillian. She passed every challenge this episode, but she says she doesn't want to graduate.
I feel like if I graduated this episode, I'm going to go home and I'm still not going to drive anywhere. And I want to be able to drive. I don't want to be 24 years old and then stop driving altogether.
Jillian and her fiancé Mitch are getting married next year. Their plan is to start a family soon after that. But children might not be in the picture if Jillian doesn't get over her driving phobia.
I mean, I want to have kids, but I want to be able to take them places. And I can't do that. If I had a child right now, I can't do that.
Tina wants to graduate, but that can't happen unless she convinces us that her aggressive driving style is gone.
When you're driving your truck, you drive like a dick. Is that true?
No.
A little bit?
No.
A little bit.
Okay, a tiny bit.
When you're driving your truck and you see another motorcyclist, do you ever drive like a dick?
No, I back off.
So you do know the difference.
Yeah, I do.
So if you drove like there were motorcycles around you all the time, you wouldn't need to be here at all.
That's right.
Tina promises to drive like there's motorcyclists around her all the time.
We believe that? Yeah. I do.
So do I.
Alex also wants to graduate. And Alex also has two distinctive driving styles. One safe, one not.
Who's that?
It's my grandmother, right?
Tell me, if you drove all the time, the way you drive when your grandmother's in the car, would you be safe 100% of the time?
Well, I think so.
And can you promise me that you would drive in public every time as if your grandmother was in the car with you?
I can definitely promise you that if I'm driving, I can definitely drive as I would if I was with my grandmother.
I think the rest of Canada's worst drivers need more rehab. And so do they.
Do you want to graduate this episode?
And graduate mean I go home?
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I'm not ready to graduate.
I still feel like I got a lot to learn.
No, I don't think I showed a performance where I do deserve to graduate. If the only way I'm graduating this episode if everyone else's car totaled.
The graduation shortlist is Alex and Tina. Now we shall vote.
You want to go first, Tim?
Sure. I think that Tina should graduate.
Yeah?
I do. I think that Alex still needs an attitude adjustment.
I would disagree with you, Tim, on that one, because I think Tina's been on the road much longer than Alex, and I strongly believe it's much harder to break habits.
Shamla?
I believed Tina. I saw the sincerity. Whereas with Alex, I did not see him owning his irresponsibility.
Okay. Cam?
I'm going to agree with Philippe. It's a close decision, but I think Alex is ready to go.
That's 2 votes for Alex and 2 for Tina.
You're putting it on me, are you?
Yep.
I've been to this rodeo before.
Who's going to graduate?
Me.
Tina?
Yes.
It actually did come down between you
And Alex.
and Alex. You. Good. Who else could it be?
No one.
In the studio just now, you both promised to start driving respectfully in public. So the question is, which one of you did the experts believe?
Me.
And the answer is they were split. So the next question is, who do I believe? Well,
Son of a...
the person who I believe is going to drive respectfully in public is... both of you.
High five.
I totally believe both of you. I really do. You're our first graduate.
Thank you.
You're our first graduate.
Thank you.
Give us a hug.
I was.
You'll give us a hug too, yeah.
You guys. Love you guys.
Alex, just stop. Wait, 1 sec. Wait. You promised that you'd drive for the rest of your life as if your grandmother was in the car with you, right?
Right.
So let's put your grandmother in the car with you. Hey, why not? There you go.
Oh, I thank you.
You can buckle her in.
I promise that I'll never drive like a dick again.
Before coming to rehab, Alex enjoyed being a ridiculously aggressive driver.
Okay, just calm your horse.
He drove with his knees, he rarely used signals, and he texted while driving.
I can look at the message, I can look at the road.
In rehab, Alex discovered he isn't the great driver he thought he was.
Damn!
But he listened to our experts.
You don't want to move your upper body.
And he learned how to be safe.
From this moment forward, I promise to stop texting and driving with my knees, and speeding, of course.
See you. Andrew. Bye-bye. See you, Alicia. Congratulations, Alex. Well done. Come on through here, Tina. You can stop, though, too. You got something that I want. I want that finger, and I want that sign.
A sign that says, if you don't like my driving, F off, has no place in the car of a rehab center graduate.
My experience here was amazing. I liked it.
Before coming to rehab, this motorcycle mama was all about safety when she was on her bike. But when she was behind the wheel of her giant truck...
You are a hazard.
Speeding, Tina behaved in a manner that was downright rude.
What the are you guys doing? It's not 2 lanes. Get the over. Before I got here, I drove like a dick, but now I've changed. Bye.
Take care. Next episode, will 2 people graduate? Well, judging by the folks who are left, I'm gonna guess no.
On the next episode of Canada's Worst Driver. The nominees all do a reversing challenge together.
Oh, I'm gonna hit everything. No.
We learn if they've learned where their wheels are.
Obviously, you can't go anywhere.
And they learn how to swerve around a suddenly appearing obstacle.
Oh.